Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Fish Den 365, and welcome back to Topwater Tuesday. Today we're going to go underwater to see if we can determine whether this lure is a gimmick or if there is really something to it. Okay, so this is the Shimano World Pop. And it is a popper that I've used quite a bit on my channel before. You've seen me catch a number of fish on it. It has something called flash boost in it. And what it is a piece of foil that is inside the lure. The lure has some clear plastic. There's a piece of foil inside the lure that is mounted on springs. And even if the lure is being held still, you can see that that foil moves. And the idea is that even if the lure is held still in the water, that indicates secondary action, some type of movement, whether it's fins or scales, and it's supposed to help attract the fish and get more bites. And it occurred to me that, I've caught a lot of fish on this bait, and I didn't really know. I always thought that was one of the reasons why, but I started to think about, how do the fish see this bait? So I thought today we would take you underwater and show you exactly what it looks like from underneath. So we're going to go to the video now, and what I want to get across is we looked at this bait from a number of different viewpoints. One was our camera was mounted a foot below the lure, 1 foot below, and we had pictures of almost directly under the bait to a 45-degree angle to the bait. And then we went 2 feet below the surface to look at what it looked like at 2 feet below the surface, same thing, almost directly underneath it to about a 45-degree angle to see what the bait looked like from those two distances and from those angles underwater. Now, it was a sunny day today, and when I was filming this, there was a pretty decent wind, so there was a ripple on the water. Later, some clouds came through and I was able to film with a cloud cover. I was very curious to see what the difference would be with clouds, so we'll show you that as well. One thing that I think that would make the lure even more interesting is if we had a very calm day, no ripple on the water whatsoever. This mirror, this foil inside here, it doesn't require anything. Once it starts moving, it just wobbles pretty much indefinitely. It'll eventually settle down, but it takes a long time for it to settle down with one movement. So one little bloop or pop, and it's gonna move for a long time. And in water that's still, that movement would be more noticeable than it was even with the ripple. And so I think it could even look better under still water conditions, even though I think the popper itself fishes great in all conditions. So this is a Shimano lure, the World Pop. It is a high quality lure, not subtracting that flash boost technology that's inside the lure, taking that out of the equation. This is a high quality lure. It comes with 2 good hooks, comes with a nice feather tail. It's got the right cup shaped mouth. This lure, you can do a lot with it. It walks the dog very easily, so it's nice because you can walk it that way. You can make the lure work faster if you want it to. In other words, maybe you want to pop it a few times over near a piece of cover and then just walk it back from there. You can fish it much faster that way. So it pops, it spits, and it bloops. You can do all those things with it, but you can also walk it very easily as well. So it's a high quality lure without the flash boost, but as you can see here in the video, the flash boost is very noticeable even in the water that had the ripples in it today. And so I found that to be interesting. You can see that movement quite easily from a foot away, 2 feet away. If a fish comes up and inspects the lure, it's really going to see that. And that could be a triggering factor for catching just a few more fish on a popper like the Shimano World Pop. Well, I hope you found the video interesting and informative. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That really helps me get my videos out to more viewers. Keep it tuned here. I'll be doing more underwater videos in the very near future. These are some of the most interesting things for me to determine just how good baits are and what they look like to the fish. Until next time, be safe out there, and as always, may God bless your fishing endeavors.